Sure. Obviously, hats go off to Drexel. They were a huge and very tough opponent for us. We were fortunate early on, I think, to get some goals and get that lead stretched out. Andrew was playing great for us early on. That helped us, kind of create a gap. I think it frustrated maybe their shooters at times. They probably like to have some opportunities back. And, they battled back in that third quarter and put us on our heels. And, so the hats go off to them and, their competitiveness and fight as far as, the Drexel program. But I was very impressed and very excited for our guys to settle down in the fourth quarter and be able to come away with a very hard-earned win and the first CAA semifinal win for these guys, and being able to taste that is a good thing.
Big first half and then kind of tapered off a little in the third, bunch of penalty calls. What do you think about the job done by the referees? Do you think some of those were
they got the hardest job on the field. There's no doubt about that. Officials, they can't win. Either one team's happy, the other team's upset. What have you. We can't. The frustrating thing for me is that we allowed ourselves, myself included, my staff, to get caught up in that a little too much. Got ourselves out of character as a team. I think that allowed Drexel to, continue to keep pressing. We were playing, frustrated instead of playing loose and confident and relaxed, being able to make simple plays. And calls are going to go against you if you think they, will or will not. That's not for us to decide. So we just got to continue to play and keep pressing forward.
You guys struggled a little bit at the face-off X today. Is that something that you're looking to improve on next week or on Friday against Penn State? I think that's a really big part of their game is winning face-offs and possessing the ball. But you guys did a great job of possessing the ball.
Yeah, that was huge for us. We thought face-offs, we needed to have those go in our favor. Obviously, they didn't today. That's a huge credit to them and what they can do at the face-off position. So we've been trying to fix that every day in practice, every game to get better at that, more consistent. And obviously Penn State poses another challenge. So we got to just try to, figure out maybe some tweaks here and there to allow us opportunities, to gain that advantage.
To either one of the players, what has made you this program back into the championship game?
I think it's really huge for the program. We've had a lull the past couple of years, and I was here my freshman sophomore year. We played in 2 championships and lost, and I think it's really important for Towson to get back on the winning track, and this is the first step to that.
Ben, let's talk about this day here. 6 goals, career high. You came into the game with 6 on the season?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. What was your motivation? What worked? What kind of holes did you find that were able to work against this Drexel defense?
Well, to be honest, my teammates were really getting me open. They gave me the ball in really good positions on the field. I very rarely scored unassisted today. I might have had 1 or 2 that way. But my teammates were really feeding me the ball around the crease and making things easy on me.
Let's get back to the ball. I believe you had double-digit saves today. I'm still waiting for stat sheets, but it sounds like, calculating quickly. I think Megan informed me double digits for 17 straight. That's a pretty good stretch as well. That's some pretty quick hands. How do you keep that going as well?
My defense really makes it possible for me to do that. JoJo, Billy, Fantasy, Dan and Fortman and Conroy and Lowe really give me the shots I need to see to make those saves, and they make that streak possible. That's not really what we're focused on, though. I really want to win this championship, and it's a good thing we held it down in the fourth quarter. I don't think we let any goals in. It's a really strong stand by the defense.
That was my next question. You held them out scoreless in the fourth. They did have a quick run there where the Church, I think he scored 3 goals and not Church. Yeah, but no. The 3 goals in 7 minutes. It was real, and he had that weird goal.
Yeah.
Can you explain that goal a little bit?
I saw John pick up the ball, and he got hit at the same time, and it was kind of directly in the sun down that side of the field, and I guess it just flung out of his stick, and I didn't see it until it was the last second about to go in the goal, and I tried and missed it. But we know they're a team that can go on runs, and it was really important to stop that in the fourth and just not letting them score was huge because they're so good at the face-off X and didn't want to let them get on those runs from the face-off X. That's kind of where it starts for them.
Gotcha. Ben, can you talk about how you guys prepare for?
Well, I mean, it's a quick turnaround, that's for sure. Only 1 day of practice going into next week. But we usually do very similar things throughout the week. We have our game plan, we know who we are, and we like to stick to what we do best. So I think we're pretty much prepared for the game, maybe a few tweaks on tomorrow, and I think we'll be ready to go.
Coach, what was the message going into this game? Early Madison, made it to the semifinals. Was there anything you could learn from that game that might have maybe helped you out for season
I know personally, as a coach, I learned kind of, heading into that CAA semifinal and how we were physically is something that I needed to pay attention to throughout our year, as far as our preparation through practices, preparing for games, and being able to maintain ourselves physically and staying healthy. So during the past few weeks, we've toned back practices a little bit. Monday's basically just been a film day and weight room, no real getting on the field and doing anything physically, trying to keep these guys as healthy as possible for game day. That's obviously the most important thing. So I think we're fresher. I think obviously the guys are, we've gotten guys back and healthy, which has been huge from some injuries early on, and the guys are obviously believing themselves and trusting each other and committed to making sure we put everything we have into winning this CAA championship.
Coach, you have DiNapoli, who's such a facilitator, kind of the main guy on this team, along with Hodgson. What does it mean to have a guy like Ben step up, and what does that do so late in the season, is just having that other scoring option?
It's exciting, for me to see Ben do that, because he's a guy who puts in the time outside of practice to work on it. He's always there with a bucket of balls, putting in extra shooting and stuff. And, a lot of times it's just, a matter of shots and opportunities for that kind of dam to break open, with a guy who works that hard, and when he gets his opportunities for him to fall. And I was excited for that to happen today, because we knew they'd pay attention a lot to, Thomas and maybe some other guys. And, other guys within our offense were going to have to step up and make the plays, and obviously Ben did that in a very large part today, and I'm proud of him, and I think it's a big message to our team, is that you put in the work when your opportunity comes, and your team needs you, it's going to come through for you. So I'm proud for Ben to be able to do that.
Both you and Penn State grinding out victories today that weren't the prettiest of games, but that's the games that good teams win, especially with good goaltending to shut the door. What kind of game do you think it's going to be on Friday? What do you anticipate?
It'll probably come down to a possession game. I think when you get, especially with a quick turnaround, with only 1 day in between the semifinal and championship game, teams are going to be a little bit, beaten down as far as their physical status. So it's going to come down to valuing possession time, capitalizing on your possessions, making sure that the defenses aren't playing a ton of defensive possessions as well. So face-offs are important, and make sure our guys are healthy as much as possible between now and 3 o'clock on Friday.